Hello everyone, today I wanted to do a quick comparison between the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. So let's start with the outside first. The Xbox Series X is definitely a lot more bigger. It's probably double the size and it definitely weighs more. Now of course there's difference in color as well, but that changed recently because the Xbox Series S came out in the black edition as well, and that one comes with double the storage and 1 TB. Now when it comes to the inputs and outputs, both of them on the front have one USB Type A on the front. They also have a Bluetooth sync button for the controller and the power button. And behind the Xbox, on both of these, they do have the same stuff. So they do have Ethernet port if you want to use wire connection, two USB Type A's, HDMI out, storage expansion, and the power plug. Now, when it comes to that storage expansion, you can't really add any storage yourself, so you do have to get one of their own storages. I believe it goes from the 1 TB, and then you can get the larger one. If you do end up getting that, it's pretty much just plug and play. Unlike PS5, you can add your own storage, which is kind of unfortunate. Now, I never really had any problems with the storage. I've had the Series S since the day it came out. 500 gigabytes, it was plenty for a very long time. And then I ended up getting some big games and then encountered some issues. I had to delete some games, so that was unfortunate. So I would say if you do end up getting the Xbox Series S, definitely go for the 1 TB edition. Unless you don't plan on playing a lot of games, then 500 gigabyte is plenty. That's probably four very, very large games. And when I say large games, I'm talking about Hogwarts Legacy. I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto, which is 120 gigabytes. I believe that's the largest game I encountered so far. That's the online and the single player, 120 gigabytes. So if you do plan on playing just 2, 3, 4 games like that, then 500 would be plenty. Now, as already mentioned, the differences in storages. Xbox Series X does have the double of the storage of the original Series S, which is only 500 gigabytes. Xbox X has 1 TB. Now, when it comes to that speed of storage, loading, and all that, there really isn't any difference at all. Both of them are super, super fast. I did have the original 1S, and that one was so slow. This one is at least 10 times faster, so you won't have any issues waiting for the game to load. Both consoles are very fast. Now, when it comes to the graphics, now I ended up playing quite a few same games on both of these consoles. Now, I'm using 4K monitors, 60 Hz refresh rate, and to be fair, I didn't notice that much of the difference. All the games I played did upscale to the 4K, and because I'm sitting 3-4 feet away from the monitor, there really isn't that much of a difference. I would say the biggest difference would come in if you do have like a 65, 75-inch TV, then definitely you can spot some big differences. But if you're playing up close on a 32, 27-inch monitor, you won't really notice that much of a difference. Now, the Xbox Series S plays in the 1440p natively, and as I mentioned, it can upscale up to 4K. The Xbox Series X plays natively in 4K, and it can upscale up to 8K. Now, I don't even have 8K TV, and personally, I don't even know anybody who has 8K TV yet. But I'm sure a year or 2 years from now, everybody will be having those 8K TVs. Now, when it comes to the controls, both of these do come with the same controller, just the different color. And again, if you did end up getting the 1 TB edition of the Series S, you'll be getting black controller because the console will be black as well. But both controllers are pretty much the same. They don't really have a lot of features, any features other than the screenshot, vibration, and all that. They do have 3.5mm headset jack, and then here they have USB-C if you do want to end up using them wired. Now, both of these do use AA batteries out of the box. If you don't want to use those, you do have to get your own battery pack, which is unfortunate because the PS5 does have the built-in battery. And that's honestly one of the things that bugs me the most about the Xbox. Now, when it comes to the home menu and everything else, both of them do share the same menu. All the games will show up on the right side here. On top, you have My Games and App Store, Game Pass, Search, and Settings. And then on the bottom, you have recently added Game Pass, and then you have Friends Community. Now, when it comes to the home menu, I do love it. I find it so much more attractive and easier to use than the PlayStation 5 one. I just love this home menu. It works really good. It's very smooth. You have everything you could want from that front page. And it just looks really good on the eye. Everything is organized. Everything looks good. And I just love the home menu of the Xboxes. And as I mentioned, they both share the same one, so there really isn't any difference. Now, one thing that I love the most about the Series S is the Game Pass, but the X has that as well, so I can't really do any comparison because they both share the same thing. Now, everybody knows the X is definitely a better console than the S, but most people are wondering and probably thinking between the two which one is the right one for you. Now, I'll give you this. If you don't plan on playing a lot of games, if you plan on having like 2 big games and 4, 5, 6 arcade games, then this 500 gigabyte will be enough for you. If you plan on getting more games, then definitely get the 1 terabyte edition. Now, when it comes to the graphics and overall play, now this really comes down to which TV you have and what kind of refresh rate. If you do have 4K TV with 120 hertz refresh rate, definitely get the X. But if you have, like me, 4K with the 60 hertz refresh rate, or if you have 55 or under TV, 60 hertz, then Xbox Series S is a really, really good choice. It's definitely way more budget friendly. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.